Hold on.
Yeah.
Where did we just get back from?
Where'd we go?
5 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago? Half hour ago?
Oh, Duluth.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We went to Duluth. They opened one in Canton, so we checked that out.
You know what I got?
No. Don't.
Shower beer holder.
Oh, yes, we did get one of those.
That will be going in the camper. Anyways.
So, today we're going to do a 3-month review on our Jayco WhiteHawk 26RK. This is our opinion.
Well, of course.
Well, you know, they think sometimes people pay you to do stuff.
Oh, yeah. We're not.
Nobody
You
gave
gotta
us
be
a penny.
famous.
Yeah, we're not famous.
Yeah.
We've used our trailer this year more or almost as much as we did the Chaparral in the almost 3 years that we owned it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have started this off with Happy Wedding Day. Today, Cindy and Chuck got married.
It was a brief ceremony with just immediate family, held at the chapel in Green, which is where we attend. As soon as they were done, they hopped in the car and they were headed south. They're going to Hilton Head, South Carolina. So
Hopefully they won't get any residual hurricane
issues.
Yeah.
Anyway, some more camping with the Shrags wishes them many years of happiness.
Yes, and they live right there.
They did.
You can't see, but here's the corner of my property, our property. Their property is not right behind us, but it's one over, so our corners meet.
Yes.
It's right there.
Yep.
Anyways,
So anyway,
back to what we were saying.
let's talk about this camper.
Let's talk about it. Let me get my reference guide.
Oh, you have it. Oh.
My fingers are cold.
What we're going to do for you guys in this video is we're going to give you pros and cons.
And things that we would look for in another camper down the road.
Right.
I think as you buy more and more campers, and I have no problem saying, no, I've had a lot of campers because...
That's what we do.
Yeah, it's fun to get a new camper.
Yeah.
We're learning more and more, what we like about floor plans.
And I think along the way you guys will see I have different pros and cons than John has. So there's some we agree on, there's some we completely disagree on, but we'll take you through that journey today in this video. So
Yep. So this is the Schmore Camping with the Shrags review of the Jayco 2018 26RK.
so I know a lot of people have talked about, and I've seen posts and conversation about, do you buy new? Do you buy used? Some people say new because you're the first one to own it. Some people say used because all the bugs are already worked out.
But you might get bugs with a used one. Oh, that's funny.
Well, this is the first brand new, never owned camper that we've owned.
Yeah, because the Palomino was, I was the second owner. The Chaparral, we were second owner. Oh, my pop-up, I was the second owner because that was my mom and dad's from 1976, I think it was.
So, I mean, owning a used camper and now owning a new camper, I see both sides to what people are saying. Used campers, though, keep in mind, obviously you can run into issues.
Yeah.
Which is why we no longer have our Chaparral, and we won't bore you with that because we've talked about it in the past. But,
right. But you know what? If you do have the time, and I probably wouldn't do it unless I had a garage, that you could actually buy something old and tear it apart and make it
And
something
redo
nice.
it?
I think I do have a desire to do that, but I never would just with it sitting here because weather, if you tear a window out or part of a roof
Right.
off or something like that. But if you have a garage big enough that you can get around the camper, I would be more willing to buy something used. So that's the first thing I would say. If you're buying new, go through the whole thing. Tell the guy, look, I'm not going to sign unless you leave my wife and I here for an hour or two. however long you want to go
I
through
would
every
spend
aspect.
as much time.
Yeah.
As much time as you need. Make sure every door closes, every latch sticks.
Okay, so since we've had the Jayco WhiteHawk, when we were in Wisconsin, we didn't even notice it our first trip with the Jayco. It was the second trip we were in Wisconsin, and it felt like I was slamming the back door awfully hard to get it shut. And
This is not.
after a couple times doing that and everybody else doing it, I'm like, that's not right. I mean, everybody's having to slam it and sometimes slam it twice. So I look at the door, and the first thing I notice is the trim on the door and the trim of the frame. At the top, there is like that much gap, and at the bottom, it was actually overlapping. I looked at the door more and more and more, and the first thing I noticed was 2 screws on the inside of the door, round head. And I thought, why would they put round head where the door is shutting? They should have put flat head in there. Well, they're supposed to be round. They're just not supposed to be that. The door and the frame are supposed to have probably about 1/8 of an inch gap. And there was no gap at the bottom. You could actually see where the round head screw was actually wearing off the paint of the frame. So at that point I start looking at it and I'm like, are the hinges off? You know, is the frame skewed? Is the door skewed? I'm holding level against the side of the door, level against the bottom. Everything seems right. And I just couldn't figure it out. We were in Wisconsin. Greg come over and was looking at it, and Mike from RV Daydream. And we're looking at the front door, comparing it to the back door, and I think it was Greg had the door open, and he was looking at it this way, and he's like, well, this door looks bowed. And I'm like, what? So I go back, go to the front, look at that door, and that door, if you have the door open and you're looking at it on the end, the door was like,
So we have door issues.
we have door issues. So I called right away from up there and said, hey, and they're like, okay, we'll order doors. So when you get a door replaced, you don't just get the door. You get the door, the frame, everything. So when it goes in here in a month to have the doors replaced, they take out the frame and everything and put new doors in. In fact, the doors don't even come with the decals on them. They called us and said, hey, could you take pictures of your doors? We want to make sure we got the right decals.
Right.
That just seems weird. So there were door issues. Major things. And we missed those. Even after a whole list of things we went through, we missed those 2 things.
And
That's what's nice about owning new. You have that warranty where you can just go back and say, hey, if that wouldn't have been new, we'd be on RV parts list page looking for doors, you know?
And that's one thing I will say. Where we bought our camper, they've been extremely accommodating. I know a lot of people talk about if they have a problem with their trailer, it's like a huge waiting list to get your travel trailer serviced, and we've not experienced that. Pretty much they say bring it in.
We mostly drop it off on a Sunday night coming home from camping. Just
Yeah.
drop it in their lot, and they're on it first thing Monday morning.
The doors did take a while to get but we also are kind of pushing our repair back because we still have.
Yeah, the
we're
doors are
trying to go-
functional,
yes.
but they're not right.
Three more trips.
Yeah.
We're going to try to go out 3 more trips before it goes in, and then we winterize it and unfortunately start the camping season. So
Yeah, that day will suck.
it will.
We're going to do a closeout of the 2018 camping season. Ooh, we should.
You know, it's funny because we're talking about the review, and it's, I think, just about as cold today as when we did our opening video for
Opening
2018.
video. That was like in March or April or something.
April, yeah.
Look at
What
that,
else do we
sun's coming
have?
out. Okay, so after the doors, I started thinking, what else did I miss in the walkthrough? The rear piece of vertical trim. If you look at it from the side, in fact, I'll take a picture of it. There it is right there. The trim at the top is bent in, and then it comes back out like it should. So I got the ladder, I got up there, and I'm like, oh, it's probably cheap metal. Just bend it back. It's strong metal. You can't bend that stuff back. I mean, I probably could hammer on it with a mallet, but why should I be hammering on a brand new trailer? You know?
Right.
So I told them about that. Like, oh yeah, that's not right. So they ordered trim. Actually, the trim came in within 2 weeks. The doors took about 8 weeks. No, 6 weeks. So those are two major things that we missed.
You said there were 3.
Oh yeah, it was the third thing. So those are the problems we have had since we've bought it. Not very many. They are major to me. But overall, I'm extremely happy with my Jayco WhiteHawk. Extremely happy.
And I think as people upgrade and, just purchase other travel trailers, I mean, after you've had the one that you had, you're going to say, okay, well, next time I want this, or next time I don't want this. So it's personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many different brands and makes and models and styles, and from a one-person tent to a $1 million motor coach.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different things and options that we have.
What we're going to do is take a break here. We're going to move the camera and everything inside the camper, and then go over pros and cons.
Why? Because the heat's on in there.
The heat's
and I'm
on
cold.
in there, yeah. It is getting a little chilly.
We
have a beach umbrella set up behind the camera to block the wind.
Hold on a second. So we're very basic in the camera equipment that we use.
Oh yeah.
We don't have GoPros, and we don't have $1,000 cameras and
dead cat
microphone things.
Which we do need one of those.
We do, but we get by with what we have right now. So we're being kind of hillbillish right now, you guys.
No, it works.
John's mom and dad, and we'll show you a shot of what we've got going on here.
Yeah.
They have a huge beach umbrella that I don't know how we inherited it, but we've used it for an umbrella. We've had a bonfire.
It was when we went to Lakewood.
And we never used it.
Yeah, we used it at Myrtle Beach.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
We've had it out here by the fire because it started raining, and we sat under the beach umbrella and literally in the rain. But right
needless
now,
to say, this beach umbrella has been used more for camping than the beach.
Right. So
I'm gonna show them.
Let's show them our little redneck ingenuity.
Here's how we're set up. So this is where we were, and the camera was sitting on a tripod right there underneath this beach umbrella. That's just to block the wind. Nothing more. Okay. And a little bit of wood there.
We're gonna do pros and cons.
Okie doke. You want to lead? I wrote some down.
You can.
You didn't write any down.
I didn't write any down.
Okay.
I do things on the fly like that.
I know. Okay, so pros and cons. Cons. The windows. I love frameless windows, but I wish they opened further, like an Airstream.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Our windows don't open. They're not.
4.5 inches.
Yeah.
That's probably about it. They're nice, but the slide, when it's in, we can't access the fridge. I've seen plenty of units, though, that the slides are in and you can still access everything. That will be something that will be in our final unit also. I did find out if you open up that window there on the end of the slide out and then open the screen, you can reach through when the slide out's in and hit the controls so that I can switch it over to propane when we're on the road.
But you still can't get in the fridge.
No, you got to put the slide out to open the
So,
fridge.
this camper, we can't access the fridge. The Chaparral, we could. This camper, we can get to the bathroom. And the Chaparral, we could not. So it's kind of a 50-50 trade there.
But you know what? Even if it did block off the bathroom here, we can still get to the bathroom through the front door. That's a pro, having 2 doors.
Yes.
I don't know that I'll ever want another camper without a second door.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the cons though.
Oh, sorry.
Storage. That's a con for me. And it's not that I want a lot more storage. I do miss these overhead storage bins, but then again, you always hit your head on them, so I don't miss them.
I don't miss them.
But I would be happy if we didn't have the table and chairs and we had the booth, not the U-shaped dinette, but the booth, because then you have all that storage under the booth seats. Because we're having to put things in strange locations. Like we have this beautiful entertainment area, and it's really full of food. Not food, but kitchen stuff. I might as well just
It is. I mean, I think I could go with the booth. Definitely not the U-shaped dinette.
The U-shape is definitely for skinny people.
I like our table though. Could we have both?
No.
Oh, well, I like the table. A table for me is a pro, but I do see your point in storage because a lot of stuff that
and you gain a bed.
Well, a lot of the stuff that we stored underneath of our last dinette.
Yeah, stuff you want to be putting in the cabinets.
It's now in underneath our bed.
That's it. That's all I had for cons.
I have a couple more cons. For me, storage is definitely an issue. In the kitchen, above the sink, we have a pretty decent sized storage area. What I liked about that area when we bought the camper was it was like smoked glass. I like that look instead of all wood. But now that we have all that stuff up there,
yeah, you can see some of it.
I've realized that you really have to be organized or people are going to walk in your camper and be like,
they just got stuff stuffed in
what
there.
do you have going on there? So for me, that's a very minute con.
You know what needs to be up there? Like plates and glasses, not saran wrap and ice cube trays.
That's true. We could change it.
Yeah.
Biggest con for me is our bathroom. Our bathroom is obviously between the main living space and our bedroom. Now, John and I normally don't camp with people other than us.
Well, Gavin.
If we go somewhere big.
Right.
He normally doesn't even go. He's at that age where unless we're going to the beach.
Did you just say doesn't even?
Doesn't even? Doesn't even.
It's not even a thing.
It is a thing.
Doesn't even. Sounds like a
said
town.
If I said it, it's a thing.
Oh.
Right. So here's the problem.
It's not.
If you're married and your husband goes in the bathroom for 6.5 hours every single morning.
It's my place to gather my thoughts.
And you're still in bed. And you get up and you're like, I want to go to the kitchen.
Then walk through.
Well, you're in the bathroom.
What if I'm just in there looking at myself in the mirror?
You don't do that.
Yeah, right.
So, I have a solution. We are going to hang the extra key for the camper in the bedroom. So when I get up in the morning and I need coffee, because it is not happening in the day or in my life unless I have coffee, I can go out the bedroom door, walk around the camper with the key, and come into the main living space.
How about
and make
this?
Coffee.
Because I feel bad that you have to walk outside early in the morning, because who wants to walk outside just to get to their kitchen?
I don't care.
So, at least I will unlock that door for you so you don't even have to take the key.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. So if I know I'm going to be in there for longer than you're in the bathroom, which is 10 seconds, I don't even get that. Then I'll unlock the door for you.
Okay.
But here's another solution. Why don't I say, Bet, do you need to get into the rest of the rig? And I just let you go through.
Yeah, because I might not want to get up, like, right that.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
So you're saying, like, it's a problem. If I get up, you're still asleep, then you get up and I'm still in there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always about what I want, babe.
I know.
So, the bathroom being in the middle. Challenge for me. But we have a solution for that. The only other con with this camper for me in the summer months
Oh, yeah.
is the front window.
No, I didn't think you were going to say that, but yes. A front window is wonderful. You can lay there at night and watch the stars or watch the lightning because it curves right up over your head. It's great. But in this summertime, it is like you're living in a greenhouse.
It is. So
I'm glad they put black blinds on
yeah.
it.
So
if you pull the blind down, it's fine.
definitely
but
have to
it
have the
gets
blind.
warm. Let's go to pros now.
Pros.
Pros, this freaking fireplace.
I love our fireplace.
It's going right now. You can probably hear it.
And I think this thing puts out as much heat as the little electric fireplace we bought for the basement.
Yes. Yeah, it's essentially the same thing.
Matter of fact, when we went camping, where were we? Finley? It
Probably.
was kind of chilly.
Oh yeah, we turned it on that night.
John turned the heater or the fireplace on when I was in the shower, and I got out of the shower and come out here, and I was like, "Turn it off! It's too hot."
Yeah.
For me, another pro to this camper is the bigger fridge. We have an 8 cubic foot fridge where our last one was only 4.
6.
Was it 6? Oh yeah, 6. So you think 2 more cubic foot is not that big of a difference?
It's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference. Sometimes I put our food in there and I'm like, you don't need this big of a fridge.
Right.
So another pro for me would be the little dresser that we have in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's nice.
Drawers. We have 3 wardrobes, 1 each beside the bed, 1 above the dresser, and the dresser.
Oh, well, since you're talking about the bedroom, a pro for me, we have these bins. Actual bins out, and you have 1 above at the top and 1 below on both sides of the beds.
Just extra storage.
That's awesome. I keep like sweatpants and jeans in 1 bin, and the other bin I keep like shorts.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another pro.
Those are awesome. The lighting in this rig, unbelievable compared to our other rig. Yeah. I mean, there are so many lights in this thing.
And the nice thing about the lights, I mean, you can reach
strip
up
lights. Yeah, you can turn on and off it.
and turn on and off with the push of a button.
That's new to us.
Yeah, it is new.
So other people are probably going, we've had that for years.
Right, but everything in this rig is LED.
They have a TV mount in the bedroom that it just looks like a puck against the wall.
It's crooked.
Yeah, they mounted that crooked. That would be a con. But the TV mount itself, you literally unplug the power, unscrew the cable, hit a lever, boom, TV pops off, take it outside. The exact same puck is on the outside of the camper. Plop it on, plug it in, screw in the cable, you're done.
I love our camper.
It tows wonderfully. It looks good.
And
it feels like home. Overall, it's home.
I think the most important thing is finding something that suits your needs. For us, one of the biggest things that drew us to this unit was the color of the wood and the floors.
Yeah, dark wood everywhere, and then really light floor. Anyways, the fridge outside, it was plugged in to an outlet that you cannot get to from the outside. You can't even get to it from the inside unless you take off a panel. And we don't like that because, like today, we've had the camper plugged in all day. Well, that fridge will come on. If the camper's plugged in, it's going to come on. We don't want it on because then when we shut power off, probably later tonight, that fridge has had all day to cool down, and now it's just being shut off and left closed. It's going to mold. So, what we did was took the panel off, plugged a power strip into the outlet, and then ran the power strip. There was about that much room on the side of the fridge, inside its little cabinet where it is. And I just set a power strip back in there, and then plug the fridge into the power strips. So that was our review of the Jayco WhiteHawk 26RK. We hope you liked it. We hope we added enough video to all of our talking to make it worth watching.
So, until we see you guys again, keep going out there, keep making memories, and maybe we'll see you out there.